Sometimes in life there are moments that seem so crazy you can hardly believe they're true. Luckily, in today's world, almost everyone owns a cell phone with a camera and carries it with them wherever they go. This means that these one-in-a-million moments are sometimes caught on camera. You wouldn't believe them unless they had been recorded, whether it's a bird taking a ride on another bird or a crocodile being ganged up on by a flock of cranes.
Crane wins.
Today, we'll show you 40 of the most interesting and rare moments that have been caught on camera. But before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so we can continue providing you with interesting videos that you'll be sure to enjoy. Let's get into the videos. Number 1. Who do you think would win in a fight, a cat or a peacock? It's an unlikely pair to be fighting, but that's exactly what's happening in this video. After a long stare-off, the cat slowly creeps towards the peacock before attempting to attack it. However, the peacock doesn't give in and intimidates the cat with its feathers before realizing it can simply just fly away and leave the cat behind. Number 2. This fish thinks it's a great white shark. It sees a bird flying close to the surface of the water and mimics the terrifying leap out of the water that we commonly see sharks do. This fish must have been practicing because it manages to catch the bird and secures itself some lunch. Well done! Number 3. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Hang on a second. It's a bird flying on top of another bird. This takes the idea of piggyback rides to another level. It's one creative way to catch a ride, that's for sure. Not sure how the bird carrying its friend feels about the situation, though. Seems like it would be a lot harder to fly with another bird weighing you down. Number 4. One little gopher versus 2 big cranes. The gopher might have felt a bit short compared to the elegant cranes, but he still managed to give one of the cranes a fright so big it jumped half a meter into the air. The cute little gopher might have just wanted to make friends with the cranes, but eventually the cranes wander off to try to find someone else their size to play with. Number 5. This video is so heartbreaking. It shows a tree being cut down, but unfortunately it was home to a huge flock of birds. As the tree falls, some of the birds are able to fly away and escape, yet also in the tree were hundreds of bird nests. You can see dead baby birds lying on the ground after the tree has fallen down as they weren't old enough to be able to fly. Poor birds will have to go find another tree to live in and hope that tree isn't cut down too. Number 6. At first glance, these look like little nuggets of gold, but then they start moving. This video shows some golden beetles that look like something out of a movie. They're really beautiful, and you wouldn't think bugs could look this cool unless you saw a video of them. Maybe bugs aren't all that gross after all. Number 7. Just like many of the videos we're covering, this really is a one-in-a-million moment that has been captured. A wild tiger is trying to secure its lunch when a crocodile sneaks up behind it and tries to join the fight. Who do you think won? Probably not the prey animal that the tiger was attacking, but you never know. Number 8. This stick insect has better dance floor moves than most people. And of all the animals it's trying to impress, a bird? We aren't sure how that partnership would go. The bird seems a bit confused. Maybe it's wondering why the branch on the ground is moving in such a funky way. Either way, this is a crazy sight and a one-in-a-million moment that's lucky to have been captured on camera. Number 9. This dancing skeleton is putting on its best performance for this cute little puppy. The dog seems very confused as it watches the little skeleton moving about in front of it. Whoever's controlling the skeleton puppet must be very clever as its movements are extremely lifelike. The puppy's probably trying to figure out if this skeleton is a friend or food. What do you think is the more likely scenario? Number 10. This sight is terrifying, and you might not believe it was true unless you see it for yourself. Those aren't tree branches lining this beach in Brazil. Those are actually hundreds of crocodiles. We certainly wouldn't recommend swimming at this beach unless you want to be a crocodile's dinner. Is there some sort of crocodile conference we weren't notified about? Why are they all congregated in such a small area? Number 11. This is a time-lapse video of a man feeding chickens, which results in a cool piece of art. Who would have thought you could use chickens to create art? The man places chicken feed to be in the shape of a stick figure, so that when the chickens flock to eat the food, you can see the outline of the stick figure in the flock of chickens. How cool is that? Number 12. This is such a random video. You wouldn't expect to see two rabbits fighting each other like this. At first glance, they look like miniature kangaroos, but these are actually two rabbits on their hind legs having a fist fight on the road. It's unclear who won this fight, but it goes on for a while, so there was surely a good reason for these two rabbits to have such a brawl.
Hey!
Number 13. What an elegant and strange creature. Have you ever seen anything like it? This is actually an octopus, yet it's so clever as it can imitate other animals. This octopus is trying to mimic a fish, but it also kinda looks like a scrap of beautiful fabric floating through the ocean. The person behind the camera was lucky enough to capture this magical moment. Number 14. Is it just us, or does this strange creature kind of look like Darth Vader? This is actually a horseshoe crab, and although it looks pretty freaky, it's actually quite harmless. The crab's tail can whip you if you aren't careful though, so maybe hold back from picking up a horseshoe crab. Number 15. 1 minute, this fish was peacefully swimming through the ocean. The next minute, it was in the claws of a hungry bird and flying through the air. This video is so strange you just have to see it to believe it. The fish is a puffer fish, and you can see it is puffed up to try to defend itself. Unfortunately, we don't think the tactic will work this time. Number 16. Did you know that turkeys can be in cults too? This really is a 1 in a million moment. Turkeys like to follow each other, and these turkeys have ended up in a never-ending circle where they all follow each other. Who's the animal in the middle? Could be the leader of the turkey cult, or maybe just the turkey's lunch. Guess we'll never know. Number 17. Even turtles want a good scratch every once in a while. This video makes it seem like dinosaurs never went extinct, because this creature certainly looks like it belongs in the time of dinosaurs. This turtle seems so sweet and affectionate, and is definitely enjoying the attention from the person in this video. Do you think its skin would be tough or smooth? Number 18. This crazy animal looks like an alien from another planet. It's actually a species of grasshopper found in tropical Malaysia. It's the largest species in the world, and as you can see, it's almost bigger than a human hand. Do you think you'd be scared if one of these huge bugs flew towards you? I mean, despite its size, it's not harmful to humans, just a little intimidating. Number 19. Here we have a tiny little hummingbird playing in the stream of water from a garden hose. The cute little bird seems so small that you might imagine the water would just blast it away. The bird skillfully ducks in and out of the stream to give itself a bath midair. What a way to cool off on a hot day! Number 20. When you're growing up, it can be hard to control your emotions sometimes. Monkeys are no different than humans, and this video shows two younger monkeys starting to fight with each other. Luckily, an older and wiser monkey steps in and stops the argument. This just goes to show how intelligent monkeys can be. Even monkeys want some peace and quiet sometimes. Number 21. Sometimes there's nothing better than having a relaxing nap in the sun. That's exactly what this cute little fox is doing in the woods. Look how sweet it looks with its little paw resting on its nose. Sadly, the person who captured this unique moment decided to wake the fox up. Being woken up from a peaceful nap is really annoying, so we understand why the fox just ran away. Hopefully it can find a spot where it'll be undisturbed next time. Number 22. Now this is one beach we wouldn't recommend swimming at. The water looks so blue and enticing, but look at all those stingrays. The man in this video is feeding the stingrays who are practically beaching themselves to get some food. It's so surprising how many stingrays there are, as well as other fish who are hanging around hoping to catch a bite to eat. Number 23. Another turkey video. Well, these turkeys aren't in a cult this time, but starting a revolution. Hundreds of turkeys have come together and are storming a car park. We're not sure what their motive is. Where are they going and why? We're not sticking around to find out though. What do you think they're up to? Number 24. This animal looks like a duster. It's actually a bird, with such spectacular feathers all over its face. You have to wonder if the bird can even see. This bird would surely win a beauty contest with its wonderful fluffy white feathers. If you're still watching this video, please consider liking and subscribing so that we can continue providing you with amazing YouTube content. We also wanted to take this opportunity to give you a riddle. Why do flamingos always stand on one leg? Stick around until the end to get the answer. Now let's get back into the video. Number 25. Another strange turkey video? We're starting to think there's something up with these weird-looking birds. 3 turkeys have been captured chasing each other around a tree in what seems to be some sort of ritual or extraordinary phenomenon. We sure are glad someone took a video of this, as you wouldn't believe it without seeing it. Number 26. If you're afraid of spiders, well, look away now. Is that spider dancing? That's what it looks like in this video, where 2 little spiders are sitting on someone's hand and one of them has its hands in the air. Firstly, the person holding those spiders must be brave. Secondly, is the dancing spider trying to swoon the other? If so, it seems to work, as at the end of the video it goes in for a spider cuddle. Or maybe it was trying to eat the other? Guess we'll never know. Number 27. This little piggy was rudely awoken from his nap by 2 donkeys. Why would the donkeys care that this pig was having a sleep? Well, considering the donkeys really make sure the pig gets up and nudge it over towards a blue bathtub, we have an idea. This little piggy might have been a bit smelly and needed a bath. Thanks to the work of the donkeys, the rest of the farm animals won't be smelling this pig anymore. Number 28. What on earth is going on here? Hundreds of people are bobbing in the water while others stand on balconies around the water edge watching them. Gets weirder though. They start to throw birds down into the water. The birds can't seem to fly as they all plummet down towards the people in the water and cannot fly away. This really is a sight to behold, and it's a very strange scene to witness. Number 29. This little family of groundhogs are not being very patient in this video. The groundhogs are all stood up on their back legs, begging the cameraman for some treats. But they obviously feel some competition brewing between them as they're getting a little too pushy with each other. These groundhogs need to learn some manners if they want to get a treat. Number 30. This eel is getting a free scenic flight on behalf of this bird. There's a catch, however. There's no return trip. It's a one-way ticket to the bird's stomach. The bird must be very clever to have caught this slippery eel and is now taking it to a safe place where it can enjoy its meal. Good catch. Number 31. This woman is wearing a gorgeous green dress and enjoying the beautiful view of the city below. So are the seagulls that have flocked around her in this video. She doesn't seem to mind the big group of birds that are flying beside her. However, you would have to hope there was no bird poop falling from the sky, as that would ruin her pretty dress. Number 32. Now this video really captures a 1 in a million moment. At first glance, all you can see is the turbulent ocean from the perspective of a small fishing boat. In the next moment, a huge pod of whales emerge from the depths of the ocean and open their mouths to capture tons of fish in their mouths. Then they do it again, this time right next to the boat. This is truly an amazing sight to see, and one the sailors that captured this video will never forget.
Oh my God, they're running! Oh my God!
Number 33. These tigers think it's dinner time. What kind of crazy people would willingly drive into an enclosure with a bunch of hungry tigers? These people, apparently, as they've parked to watch the tigers. This is definitely an interesting way to have fun and not everyone's cup of tea. Would you dare to enter a tiger's den even if you're behind bars in a car? Just don't stick your hand out to pat them or you might leave with one less limb than you came in with. Number 34. Like so many of the other videos in this compilation, this really is a 1 in a million sight to see. A digger is holding up a huge sea turtle in this video, but where is it gonna go? Why is he even holding the turtle in the first place? We have so many questions and no answers. What do you think is happening in this strange and inexplicable video? Number 35. This is one of the most beautiful animals we've ever seen, a white peacock. The woman who's holding the peacock picks it up to show the camera the majestic bird, then throws it into the air, where the bird then flies away into a nearby field. Have you ever seen a white peacock before? We didn't even know they existed. Number 36. These two are destined to be best buddies. This adorable combination of a baby monkey and puppy are two animals that may not have had the chance to meet in the wild. But since being introduced, you can see that they've quickly become great friends. Just look at those cheek kisses the monkey's giving the dog. So cute. Number 37. Are we silly for thinking boats belong in the water? Why on earth is this boat being carried on a truck down a busy highway? The boat looks twice as big as the truck, so it's surprising the truck can even carry it in the first place. We wonder where the boat's heading to. Where do you think it might be going? Number 38. This is a breathtaking time-lapse of Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. It's located in Nepal, and it's world famous. You can see the clouds rolling over the mountains, and it sure looks cold. You have to be hardy and strong to be able to withstand the extreme conditions of Mount Everest. But what an accomplishment to be able to say you've climbed the tallest mountain in the world. Number 39. To complete the list, we have this fascinating video of one of the strangest bugs we've ever seen. It's sitting on a man's hand and is crawling all over him. Gross! Have you ever seen anything like it before? Number 40. Why did 3 cranes cross the road? To follow the crocodile, of course. The crocodile in this video doesn't seem to care that he's holding up traffic as he slowly struts across the road.
Good idea. Go back to the park.
However, he must have been intimidated by the 3 cranes who started to gang up on him as he suddenly turns around and sprints back to his pond. Next time, he'd be better off sticking close to home.
Crane wins.
And there we have it. A complete list of 1 in a million moments that no one would believe if they weren't recorded. Let us know in the comments section below which moment you thought was the most unbelievable. Check out our other video on the 20 rarest color variations of animals caught on camera. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. But before we go, were you able to figure out why a flamingo always stands on one leg? Of course! It's because if they took the other leg off the ground, they'd fall over. Thanks for watching. We hope to see you in the next video.